Once upon a time, in a cozy little village with hedges trimmed like fluffy green clouds, there was a young boy named Tommy. Tommy was a curious and adventurous boy, always running through the fields with his friends, climbing trees, and playing with his dog, Rusty. But there was something very special about Tommy. Deep inside, he held a beautiful place in his heart for someone very dear, his Granny. Granny lived in a small, delightful cottage at the end of Lupin Lane. The cottage wore a crown of roses during the summer and twinkled with icy sparkles in the winter. Every afternoon, Tommy would take a delightful stroll to see Granny. She always welcomed him with open arms, a cheerful smile, and a plate of her famous chocolate chip cookies. Granny had stories, oh, so many stories. She was like a magical book that never seemed to run out of pages. She would often sit by the crackling fireplace with Tommy snuggled up under her knitted shawl. Her voice would dance through the room as she shared enchanting tales of brave knights, wise wizards, and charming fairies. Each story she told was a thread that wove the fabric of Tommy's imagination, making it colorful and rich. One day, as Granny finished a tale about a talking turtle who outsmarted a sly fox, Tommy looked up at her with wide eyes filled with wonder and admiration. "Granny," he whispered, "your stories make me feel like I'm in the story myself. You're my favorite person in the whole world." Granny's eyes twinkled with happiness as she held Tommy close. Granny's stories were more than just tales, they were lessons wrapped in dreams. Through them, Tommy learned about kindness, courage, and friendship. He grew to appreciate the values Granny gently sowed in his heart, just like she sowed seeds in her flourishing garden. As the seasons passed, Tommy would always find an excuse to visit and spend time with Granny. Whether it was helping her bake, painting new flower pots, or just sitting quietly on the porch listening to the rustling leaves, Tommy cherished every moment shared with her. Tommy's favorite time of the day became the evening, when the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky blushed in shades of pink and orange. It was Granny's storytelling time. He would eagerly await the sound of her soft voice spinning new tales. "Tommy, will you always love spending time listening to your old Granny's stories?" she asked one evening, as the crickets started singing their night songs. "Always, Granny," replied Tommy with a grin, hugging her tightly. "I'll never grow tired of them." And so, Granny became not just a storyteller, but Tommy's guiding light, his most treasured companion, and the binder of his happiest memories. She truly became his favorite person in the whole wide world, and every bedtime story was a new adventure they shared in their hearts.